Hey everyone, how's everyone doing today? I want to come on here and dive into the way high ticket buyers are buying and give you guys some actionable tips that you can use in your messaging, with your ads, with your social media, all that good stuff, so that you can attract high ticket buyers. Because if you're in my world, you're probably interested in that. Or if you're not, you can listen and take what you will from it. But high ticket buyers buy a little differently. And one of the things I see people doing with their content is they're focusing really on the negative, and they kind of talk down to their audience, or they're really drilling in the pain point. And the thing is high ticket buyers will buy off of the promise of pleasure. Okay. They want the status upgrades. They want to feel really good. And if you can have your content show them that that's the kind of transformation you're going to be able to provide, then they are way more likely to buy from you. Okay. And high ticket buyers have choices, right? They're not desperate as far as their financial status and things like that. So they have choices, and they're going to go with the person that not only they trust, that can give them that transformation, but also the person who has made them feel hopeful, made them feel like they're going to be able to accomplish their dream, which is what you are helping them accomplish in this space. So we have a little process for this that we go over with all of our done for you clients. We go deep into this. I do a 90-minute session where I'm just interviewing them, and I pull out all this juicy content based on my Michelin messaging framework. But again, today I'm going to go over this annoyances to pleasure, not pain to pleasure, annoyances to pleasure piece of this. And so one of the things that you can think about when you're creating this type of content are not necessarily pain points, but frustrations. And there's a difference. So a frustration would be, hey, I am getting clients. I have clients. I'm getting them through networking and referrals, but my social media is not bringing me in the clients that I want it to bring. It feels like I'm putting all this effort and it's not producing. Okay. That is a frustration. You see what I mean? A pain. Someone in pain would be like, I am desperate for clients. I do not have clients. I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills this month, and I'm freaking out. So you see the difference. Those are two very different types of clients, right? And nothing's wrong with serving the other type of client. I want to make that clear. But if what you're going for, if you're trying to serve the client who is not in that pain and who's looking for that up level, then you need to make sure your messaging is going to attract that. So one thing you can do right now is really kind of dive deep and think about what are at least 5 different annoyances that your ideal clients have right now. What's annoying them? What could you do? How does your offer take them from that annoyance to a pleasure, right? And again, we're not drilling in the pain. It's more of what's annoying. It's not, hey, they're up all night, like sweating bullets, like anxiety attacks over this, but it is something that they really wish that they could transform. And so that's one of the things I want you to think about. And then you also want to think about, when you're crafting your messaging around this, what is the impact that has on their daily lives? A lot of times this is something that's super inconvenient for them. It's a time waste. It could even be they're spending more money than they need to spend on this kind of thing because it's not optimized. Maybe their relationships are suffering, their health is suffering, things like that. What is the impact that these annoyances in their lives are having every day for them? Why are they thinking about this? Why is this annoying to them? Why do they wish this would just get fixed? And then you're going to want to map out your transformation for these. And so the way I like to do it is I will list each annoyance, and then under the annoyance, my solution, and then the pleasure that's created on the other side of this. Okay. So like, for example, posting on social media every day, like I was just saying, these people have clients. They have been getting clients through referrals or networking, but they would really like their impact to be reached further. They want more people to hear their message. They want people to be super inspired by what they do, and they really want to make that impact. And of course, they want more money too, right? And so that's an annoyance. Those are annoyances for some of my people. And my solution is I can create content for them and run ads for them so that they are going to not only get their message spread far and wide, but they're also going to be attracting people who they are really pumped to work with, right? And so that pleasure created is one, I save them a ton of time. And two, they get recognized for their work. They're getting mass recognition. And three, they're making a big impact. And four, they're making more money. So see, those are all pleasures that I'm creating from that annoyance. So they were annoyed before. This was frustrating for them. And now they are living the dream, right? And that's what you want to be able to convey in your own messaging, in your own copywriting. And so that is just a little trick for you. And then also what you can do is for each one of those, tap into the emotion. So what are the emotions on the other side? How does this really feel? Paint a vivid picture of what it's like to work with you, so that people can really see themselves in it. Right. And they really, I've found that once I switch this in my own business, because I used to, of course, just like you, just like most people, what we were taught was pain point marketing. And I used to really struggle with the type of people that I was bringing in. Right. And once I made this switch, everything shifted for me. And so now I've been doing this with my clients for the past about 4-ish years now. We focus more on this frustrating annoyances to pleasures, and the results have just been wild, right? Just by making that switch. And another thing is, I'll just conclude with this, is please, 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 in your content, think about how it might make the readers feel. If you're shaming people and making people feel really bad, I'll tell you right now, high ticket buyers do not like that. High ticket buyers are very pleasure driven, right? They're very pleasure driven. They're used to be treated a certain way. If your content is putting them down, they're not going to feel good, right? And we want people to feel really good in our space. So when they get there, they're motivated to do their part in the transformation, right? We want them to be really motivated, future oriented, and all that stuff, instead of stuck in the pain. Okay. Hope that helps. If you would like just a little PDF of my Michelin messaging framework, drop MM down below and I will get that to you. But let me know if you have any questions. If you need help with this, slide in my DMs, because of course we can do this all for you and have you show up like the rock star you are. All right. Talk soon.